You may have heard that being overweight increases your risk of complications from COVID, but today I want to talk about what you can do about it. I'm Dr. Daria, your on the front lines ER doctor, distilling the very best evidence to make your life healthier, better, and easier. And a couple of weeks ago on CNN, I had talked about the tie between obesity and COVID complications. And I had gotten so many responses from so many of you thanking me for talking about that topic and wanting more information about what you can do. And it was so inspiring that I wanted to start sharing with you more information. So over the course of the next couple of months, I'll be coming to you with more tips and more tiny changes you can make to help lower your weight and lower your risk of COVID complications. I also have a quick surprise at the end that I'm really excited to share with you. So just an extra tool for your toolkit to help you if you need it. So quickly, let's just talk about statistics for those of you who might not be familiar with the numbers. Having a BMI of 25 or above increases one's risk of respiratory failure or needing a ventilator by about 30%. If that BMI increases to 30 or above, that increases their risk to 80% of needing a ventilator if they get COVID. When we talk about mortality, somebody who has morbid obesity has a 40% higher risk of mortality. Now, I do not share these numbers with you to freak you out. I share them with you because there are things you can do to change them. There are things you can do to reverse your risk starting today. And that's what I think is the most exciting for everybody who's listening and for all the people who would message me. So, just like you can make changes like washing your hands and wearing a mask and keeping a distance to reduce your risk of catching COVID, there are tiny lifestyle changes that you can make to reduce your risk of COVID complication, to help you lose weight, but not just lose weight, to also help you lower your blood sugar. They can help you lower your blood pressure and decrease your total body inflammation. So not only are you decreasing your risk of COVID complications, you're fortifying your body and health against any other condition that could come up. And that's why this is so exciting. So I don't want you to be panicked about COVID, but do let it be a wake-up call for you to make these tiny changes that can have a huge difference in your life and hugely reduce your risk of COVID complications and anything else. Now, lest you think this is going to take you 6 months before you see any benefit, just a quick statistic. After you eat a meal, your blood vessels change in as little as 30 minutes, meaning that the small changes you make today can change your risk today and start to lower your risk today. Now, quick thing, we're not talking about restrictive diets today. We're talking about tiny lifestyle changes that are sustainable. So with that in mind, let's hop into today's health hacks. So the first health hack is that I want you to stop eating after 9 p.m. I also call this how to not eat like a sumo wrestler. I will talk about that in just a second. But first, the science. You may have heard this tip before, but this actually comes from some interesting science from time-restricted eating, which shows that when you fast for 12 hours overnight, not only are you reducing your calories, you're actually having key changes in your metabolism and your level of inflammation that can really make a difference in your body's overall weight and health. Also, interesting science shows that if you do this on the weekdays, it's okay to cheat on the weekend, say Friday or Saturday. Then that even in mice who did this, they were able to maintain their healthier weight as long as they were fasting for 12 hours on the weeknights. As a personal note, since I do this myself, it's a lot easier to turn down that late night snack on a Tuesday night when you know you can still have it on a Friday night. Now, why do I call this not eating like a sumo wrestler? Here's a factoid from the sumo wrestling world. One of the key ways that sumo wrestlers gain their weight is by eating as many calories as they can right before bed. Why? Just for the opposite reasons of what I was just telling you. Your metabolism is about 30% slower at night, and all these other differences in your metabolism when you eat late at night. So, if you want to look like a sumo wrestler, eat like a sumo wrestler and eat late at night. If you don't want to look like a sumo wrestler, which I suggest you don't unless you are a professional sumo wrestler, stop eating after 9 p.m. or really after your dinner, whichever comes earlier, and fast overnight for 12 hours. Second tip is I just want you to start moving, even if that's just for 5 minutes a day. Get up, go for a walk for 5 minutes a day. Start there if you don't do any activity at all. That's fine. Why? Of course, there's caloric benefits of exercising, but there's also enormous amounts of other benefits in your body. There's blood vessel benefits, there's immunity benefits. We know people who exercise are at lower risk of colds. There's serotonin benefits. When you walk and you exercise, you're happier, and you're also less likely to give in to cravings. There's also one other benefit, and that is that exercise is a keystone habit, meaning that when people start an exercise habit, without even thinking about it, they start to make other healthier downstream changes, whether it's to their diet or other unhealthy habits. So that's why I love it, because you consciously decide to do one thing, but then you will subconsciously decide to do other little healthy habits. One other thing, I told you there was a surprise, and that is that I've decided to make my Sugar Fix program free for anybody who wants to do it. So if a sweet tooth is your problem when it comes to weight, go check out the Sugar Fix program. The link is in my bio. You won't be charged for it. It's totally free. It's just something that I realize may help people right now. And if it helps people, then great. Link is in the bio for the Sugar Fix program if you have a sweet tooth like I used to do. So I come from experience. Let me know what questions you have. Of course, over the next couple of months, I'll be coming back to you with more actionable, tiny changes that you can make every single day in your life. Please let me know what your questions are, what your comments are. What else do you want to know about? Put it in the comments section below so that I can answer it for you. Please also share this with a loved one or a friend. Tag them. Share this information with them if they would like to hear this today. I'm Dr. Daria. I take the very best evidence to make your life healthier, better, and easier. That is why I am here. Stay well. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And I'll talk to you next time.